So I went ahead and did this project with Maven. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into my Maven project directory and go ahead and build it. So it shouldn't take too long because I haven't made too many changes since the last time I changed the dependencies and everything. But once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the main directory, and I'm going to go ahead and build a new image. So document build. I'm going to go ahead and do it with Cloud Project GUI and give it the version 2.8. So once that's all finished and it copies over that new jar, cool, looks like we're ready. So now I'm going to go ahead and run the image. Before I do that, I'm actually going to grab a variable, which is a display variable, and I'm going to go ahead and paste that in here, and using Xming, which is a server that lets you use GUI from Docker, you go ahead and check out the log and grab its address, throw that into the variable, and then it runs on this port. So once that's all finished and we set our variable, I'm going to go ahead and do a Docker run. So it runs with a few different flags, and of course we'll need the image ID here instead. And that's going to go ahead and open up the bash, and then I'm going to take a look at the directory. So it looks like it copied over everything. I'm going to jump into my Maven app, and then to run the Maven file, I'm going to go ahead and copy this guy in. And then once that is all, and while that's downloading, I'm going to go ahead and jump to the Google Cloud Platform and log in so we can see the jobs start as we run the program. So I'll do a split screen here. Then once that's done, yeah, you can see it's still downloading a lot of the packages. So I'll go ahead and try to open up the menu here. Go check out the clusters. I'm just going to go and open up the job tab. And you can see my GUI is opened up with the X11 that we have set up for the GUI. So I'll go ahead and jump into my cluster and look at the jobs. And now I'm going to go over to my GUI and type in a search term. So we'll type in the King example you had. So you can see some output here in the Docker container. So I just have it running for a certain amount of time just to make sure it's done. Job's all finished. If we go ahead and refresh this page, you can see that new job is created just a minute ago. So click on that, we can check out the logs as it's running. So you can see it's starting the mapping and reducing processes. So we're 20 some seconds in. So it looks like it's finished mapping. And what it's doing is it's being output to a folder directory that I've hard-coded in here. So then once that's done, it's going to go ahead and grab all those different parts of the output that was created from the job we ran here. And there's 10 parts, and you can see there's a few, 6,000 some lines in each. Then at the end, you can see that it processes around 45,000 terms. And then here in the GUI, you can see it's, Shakespeare has it 3,490 times. The Hugo files have it this many. Then, and so on. So that's essentially the project. So the Docker container will run the Maven Java project, which runs the GUI. So on the server, you can see it on this screen, so your local client can see it when they run this from the Docker container. Then it goes ahead and queries the Google Cloud Platform, creates the job, downloads all of that output from the buckets and processes the file in here. And it actually saves it if you go to the actual app where we take a look at the where we're reading this. You can see that I have a hash map. Here it is, and it just basically has an array list of strings. and then this string is basically the term, and this array list of strings is going to be all the different documents that contain it and how many times it happens. And then at the very end here, you can see that you know, we get that document array by searching by the term, and then go ahead and adding that to the GUI, this add to output here. Yep, so that's essentially my entire project.